Hello, bonjour. How are you guys doing? Yay! Yeah, the heat is very hard. It's very warm, Prague. I didn't know it would be like this warm. But anyways, I hope you had a good party yesterday night and a good convention. And I'm so happy you are so much in my panel. It's so cool to see so much people. So I'm gonna start the panel talking a bit about me, because this is my panel. And then we'll talk about my way to the G5 movie. And I'm gonna speak about the G5 movie production, things that happened during the production, how I feel working on My Little Pony as a fan, and we will finish the panel with a Q&A. So I will try to make this quick. I will try to articulate, because I have a very thick accent, you can notice. I haven't spoken in English for like 2 years. I've been only playing Fortnite for 2 years, so it's been a long time. So I try my best. To start things on, so I am a Brony. Yay! I was a Brony. I started being a Brony in 2011. I mean, maybe like a lot of you guys here. Who started to be Brony in 2011? Yay! A lot of Bronies who from 2011, the original ones. No, no. I was 15 when I started My Little Pony, and I was drawing because I always drew in my life. I always did drawings when I was kind of young. Like, I come from a family of artists, and even my sibling is drawing My Little Pony art. So I grew up in this environment. I always did drawings, and when I started to watch My Little Pony G4, I fell in love with the show and the community as well, and seeing a lot of My Little Pony artists back in the days inspired me a lot. So I'm not very much prepared for this panel. I should have brought my old art, but I'm not gonna do that. Oh no. Okay, it's good. Hold on. Is it gonna work? Technical issues. Okay, no, see, it's good. So yeah, when I discovered My Little Pony, I was drawing every day, doing art of My Little Pony. Every day I was doing digital paintings, and I made my way to illustration thanks to My Little Pony, learning new techniques, new skills in Photoshop, just watching how the other artists were drawing. So I did that for like years, never stopped, like until 2017. Well, 2016, I started working as a professional artist, freelance. I started my way as an artist for video games, mobile games, because it was the first entry of jobs, doing concept arts. But I always wanted to do animation, because I'm a big animation fan. I love cartoons, I love Adventure Time, I love Gumball, I love animated movies. I'm a big fan of movies and anything animation-wise. So in 2017, after I came back from BronyCon, I did illustrations. I did paintings of My Little Pony, and there is one that caught the attention of Pablo Meyer, who was the art director of My Little Pony G5. And I received this email one day saying, "Hey, would you like to work on the show you really, really like?" And I was like, "What do you mean? What do you mean I really, really like?" And he was like, "I can't tell you before you sign the contract." And I was like, okay. So I was searching for the company who was Boulder Media. I searched for their website. I see Hasbro-related content. But I don't know why I was in denial. I was thinking I would be working for Transformers. Like, I was scared all night thinking it would be like Transformers. And the morning I received the contract, it was literally named My Little Pony .doc. And so I screamed. And I was like, yeah, I'm in. So now we are like the movie was out in 2021, and I'm more free to speak about things now than I was before. And at first, I was supposed to work on the G4 movie. That was the following movie after the 2017 one. So the only condition was I would have to fly all the way to Ireland. I live in France. And in 1 month, I had to live in Ireland. And I don't know anything about Ireland. So I flew to Ireland, started my first day there. I could see all the ponies on the walls. I was like in a dream. It was like a dream for me. I couldn't believe what I was doing at the moment. I was dissociating, you know. And I do my first week there. I was told it's gonna be a movie about G4. So we had to work on G4 stuff. I think you saw some of the... what do you do? What's happening? Ah, okay. Maybe you saw some work my colleague, Celia Kaspar, made. She was in Galacon this year. But yeah, so I was supposed to work on G4. Then, one fateful week, we had Hasbro coming to the studio. And we learned that it's going to be G5, and G4 is going to be ending. And I was in shock. I was like, okay, so now I know before everybody else that G4 is going to end. And I was sad, and I was also happy to work on the next generation. And I was also very stressed, because I know the fandom. I know the fandom, and I was thinking to myself, it's gonna be hard to make them love something else than G4. I know there is a little war going on with G4, G5 stuff online. Anyways, if you don't like it, it's okay. If you like it, it's awesome. I mean, G4 is still happening. Well, G4 is still happening. It still exists. But yeah, so I started working on G5 in 2017 to 2018. So you can see here, maybe I do have, did I prepare stuff with G4? Sorry, I'm looking on my files. Non, c'est pas ça. Sorry. I have too many files in here. Character dev, c'était peut-être là-dedans. Critters. No, should have prepared. Anyways, I think you saw some of the concepts. Oh, hold on, found it. Old. Okay. So I had to design G4 characters as in G5. So you guys knew that it was supposed to be the same main 6, but redesigned, right? Look like you knew. So I had to think about other designs. So Rainbow Dash is still a Pegasus, but Fluttershy was supposed to be a unicorn. So we were thinking of making a very long, more earthy vibes. Hold on, I have here. So this was the lineup of characters we made in early 2018. And one day, we worked for this for like 6 months. And we had a lot of characters ready to be sent for production. And we were very happy with what we had. We had a hard time finding the designs for Applejack. I remember Applejack was very hard to find because of an event that happened in the fandom very early in 2018. Applejack was a critical character. So we tried to make a the best, like the best design we could. But one day, Hasbro come into the studio, and they spent a week talking with producers and stuff. And when they came back home to America, we have a meeting saying, oh, we're gonna scrap all the work we did for 6 months and work on new characters. So 6 months of work for nothing. But it was also exciting. It's gonna be a controversial opinion, but I personally prefer its new characters. I'm more tied to, I prefer the G4 characters stays in G4, as in their character, and I didn't like to reimagine new adventures and forgetting all the adventures they had in G4, and I prefer this to have new characters for G5 and new adventures and new stories to tell. So yeah, we had this meeting. I was like, okay, so we have to design new characters? No stress at all. I wasn't stressed at all, it's a lie. I was very stressed. Because it's hard to do better than what Lauren Faust did, because Lauren Faust is an amazing artist. She's very talented, and she had more time to think about her characters. Us, we had a month. Well, roughly more than a month, but we had to redesign characters quite quickly because otherwise we would be like very late on the show, on the movie, sorry. So we had to design characters with names like the Explorer, the Performer, the names weren't definitive yet. So I was sent by Hasbro a PDF with personalities, what voice actor they had in mind, and I had to work with only one line of description of the character. It was tough. It's work, it's the character design work. We have to think of our character with basically not much information, because usually character design work happen very, very, very early on the project. So my art director, Pablo, gave us, me and Celia, characters. So I had to work on Izzy and Sunny, and she had to work on Pipp, Zipp, and we both did character designs for all these characters, but we were mainly on, I was mainly on Sunny and Izzy, and she was mainly on Pipp and Zipp. Celia's work is amazing. You should see her work. I hope at the next convention we can be together. That would be amazing to talk about that together. But so I had Sunny. She was the explorer, the one that is adventurous, the one who wants to get out and see new things, to learn about the world, because there is no magic, and she wants to see why there is no magic. So at first I was thinking of a very early design that you may have seen. I really like this concept as well. I wish it was picked, but my favorite one was the bee one. I really like her. I had in mind in the Up movie from Pixar. You know, in the very beginning of the movie, when they are kids, there is this little girl that's very adventurous, and I use her as an inspiration for Sunny at first. So she had goggles, she had big hair, and honestly, since we did 6 months of work before on the G4 characters being G5, I tried to stay on the ideas I picked for Twilight and put them a little bit on Sunny. But, so the goggles, I put the kind of purple design on it, colors on it, and they were like, okay, that's good, but Celia did a better job on it. So Celia designed Izzy with bread, glasses and a very soft look. And they were like, maybe Sunny would be better that way. So they asked me to mix my design and Celia's design in Sunny. And we have this, the Explorer. So she used to have purple hair, but now she moved to this with more magenta hair and a bit of more, how can I say in English? A more sophisticated haircut, maybe, in comparison to this one. This one is a bit very serious character. She was a bit more wild on this one, and they liked it. So we start on this for Sunny, and they were happy that we found the design. And then we moved to this, trying to find poses, little painting for the 3D artist. Because basically on the team, I was the only one from the fandom at first. So I did a lot of work in explaining them what was My Little Pony, what is the fandom. I had many bar conversation about the fandom. They all came to me for questions. The first week I was here, I was tortured with questions about the fandom because they were like, hey, we found this weird stuff online. Can you tell us about it? I was like, okay, hold on, get a seat, get a beer, and we can speak. But yeah, the 3D artists, they had a lot of trouble at first to get the anatomy right, and they picked my heart for the way I view ponies in 3D. And they really liked it. So I had to do paintings of the characters, as in like if they were in 3D, to help the 3D artist. So yeah, that's Sunny. I can move to Izzy. Izzy was one of my favorite characters to design as well. Izzy is here. Hop. Alors, comment... Ouais, OK. So this was her first design, Izzy. She was supposed to be more like tree hugger. Because she was kind of like the artist, creative. And at first they described her as the mom of a group. I mean, if we see Izzy now, like she's so far away of being the mom of a group. But at first she was like this hippie character who likes to do artsy stuff. What you can see on the right is the first designs with a more mommy look I drew of her. And honestly, when they told me she would be like a little bit more hippie, I was like, okay, let's go with this. And they were like, oh, there's something. Let's try with long hair, because one of the toy creatives, he really likes long hair, and he was like pushing the idea. I was like, yeah, sure. So I did this. Oh, okay. She was named the Caregiver. Hold on. Yeah. The Caregiver was her first name. So she had like straight, long hair at first. And they were like, hey, we really like those haircut on Pinterest, on Instagram, you know, very wavy, very long, with lots of colors in it. So I came up with this. And they really, really liked it. Because we are very far from a caregiver. I was looking at the whole lineup of the characters. I was like, it means one Pinkie. I love Pinkie Pie. She's my favorite. And I wanted a Pinkie Pie. So I pushed the idea of Izzy being a bit cray-cray. And they really, really liked it. So that's why Izzy is crazy now. Because of me wanting a Pinkie Pie in the team. Izzy design was I think the easiest one to find. Because they had the executives had a good idea of what they wanted to do with her. And they had their personality in mind already. And the toy creative was very pushy with his ideas beforehand. So for the haircut, it was very easy to find something. In the end, they made her less sly. I think they gave her a little bit more of a body, which is good because I'm happy they try to put more diversity in the bodies of the ponies, since in 3D it's easier than in 2D to do that, as in Flash animation. So on this we were trying to find expressions for Izzy and doing cray expressions. Really like this one. This one, she's crazy on it. Really like it. And then voila, the last picture I gave them about Izzy, they wanted to have a painting to sell the character to Hasbro, and Hasbro liked it. And they were like, okay, let's go for that. And I was like, hey, we made Izzy. I think each character gave us like around 1 month of work. But we were working on all the characters at the same time. I have 30 minutes left, so I'm gonna go quick. Pipp and Zipp, I didn't work a lot on them. That was mostly Celia's work, but so I tried to find more of attitudes, more expressions, more character in them, and especially a dynamic between those two, as in sisters. I might have yes. So these are the prototypes I made. Zipp was supposed to be red. Really liked this idea at first, but in the end they didn't pick it. I really like this design for Pipp, and they liked it as well, but they preferred Celia's work on Pipp, and I think they're right because she did an amazing job on that. My job for them consisted finding a lot of texturing, accessories. Most of the time, the character design of the characters was for like a year, less than a year, and then it was a lot of accessories work. Then we have Hitch. Where is he? Little Hitch. Hitch was complicated. I didn't work a lot on him because I had trouble with the character. He was the protector. So I suggested these concept arts to my art director. He liked it. But he was looking for different colors, so Celia did a lot of work on picking variations of colors for each. In the end, at first he was supposed to be blue, and now he's yellow. I mean, good for him. I think it's a good combination of colors. Well, you can see that I was already aiming for blue and yellow combination, and Celia as well. And then we have Sprout. Hold on, I finished one thing on each because I really like this page. I think it's the best one I did. So funny story, I was doing freelancing at this moment. I was working at home because there was COVID. And before COVID, no, hold on, it was before COVID. Before COVID, they fly me to Ireland for 1 week. I work with them. And they asked me to do calendars, like the fireman calendars. And so my screen was full of pictures of firemen almost naked. And everybody in the studio could see what was I doing. And I was already weird enough to be a Brony for them. And then they see all these naked firemen on my screen. They're like, what are you doing? And I had to explain to them, I'm doing concept art for this. And in the end, I really, I think my favorite is, I like the sailor one. Very cool. So Sprout was the main work I had to do on the characters with Sunny and Izzy. Sprout was very complicated for me. They didn't know what to do with a character at all. They didn't know which type of villain he would be, if it would be like more of a stupid one or a very frightening one. It was supposed to be it was always supposed to be each second hand. That's the name in English? Well, it was supposed to be, exactly. I'm not gonna repeat it because I didn't understood. But at very first, when the G4 characters would be 55, the villain would be Twilight's brother, and the sheriff as well would be the villain. And then they wanted to make Sprout as in like the Twilight brother in the G5, G4 version. I know it sounds complicated, but it's details. So I took this first idea of this brother that is a bit awkward, a bit shy, but he wants to do great things, but he doesn't know how to do it, and so he can appear stupid and villainy because he doesn't think before acting. So I came up with this first design here, and then moved to more characterization of the character. And I really like this idea here that I did for Sprout. But we were like we took a long time to think of the character, especially the colors, the design. And so I really like blonde characters, evil blonde characters, and I was thinking of Dio from JoJo, and I really like this villain. And I was like, would be fun that Sprout has this wavy, a bit sophisticated hair. Since he's the son of the mayor, he would be like this kind of bourgeois. So I wanted to give this idea of this wavy blonde hair, and they liked it, and I was like, okay, I guess my JoJo reference made it to the show. So he kept this, and we moved to more characterization because they still didn't know what to do with this character. And in the end, I received a call from my art director saying, okay, we have a meeting in 3 hours with Hasbro, and we need to push this character. Can you do a painting? And so I did a speed painting for Sprout. You can see on the left. And I had this call before lunch. So I had my lunch very quick, and I was like, okay, I need to work. And so I did this speed painting on the left, and Hasbro really liked it. I guess they really like, I don't know, this type of characters, this type of villain. And so we kept this, and we're like, okay, the character is done. And we are like, yippee, we made it. So that was for the characters. And before doing the Q&As, I'm gonna speak about another thing that I'm very proud of on this, my work on G5, on the movie, I mean. So we were supposed to do a sequence, a 2D sequence in the beginning. And my art director told me, okay, they think of hiring someone else, another studio. And it was like, maybe you can still try to give out concept art, and we'll see if Hasbro will like it. So I gave them concept arts of a 2D look of the beginning sequence. And yeah, this one is my favorite. So I gave them these little speed paintings. So this is the one, this one? Yeah, this one. They loved it. Hasbro loved it. And they kept this for the 2D sequence, and I was picked for it. I was like, yay, I made it to G4, still. And so I had to look for character lineup and expressions. You can see they are very sketchy because I had to work on them very fast. It was my last job on the movie. And so this is Applejack. This is Fluttershy. And this is Pinkie Pie. I really like that they kept the posing in the 2D sequence. The animators did a very good job on it. And this is Rainbow Dash. And this is Rarity. Evil Rarity. So this is Twilight, and I think that's the last one. Yeah. this is Twilight, and she was, what's going on? She was like, what's going on? So I had to do a lot of paintings and characterization of them. So yeah, that's pretty much it on my work on My Little Pony G5, as in characters and important stuff. I could talk about the what's the name, accessories and stuff, but it's very boring. Basically, I had to work on the phone, this phone, yeah, okay, I can hear the, yeah, Gen Z, yeah, it was better before, etc., etc. So it was hard to find a design that works on hooves. You can see I put some Discord here. Here, if you know a little bit of fandoms, personas, you have Alumix here, big neck pony, scope. And my good friend Don Fire, which is a very good artist with a frog. I love them, hashtag I love them. Me too, Don. And, oh, okay, sorry. Oh no, okay, good. So that was for the phone. Some posters. Here, the Harry Trotter. You have like some references to BoJack Horseman and a very French meal here, croque monsieur. Very good. I love croque monsieur. I did some critters as well for the show, for the movie, sorry. Some little critters, crabs. Little crab here. Bunnies. And the flying dog, I was searching for texture. Very cloud puff. And some armadillos designs as well. They are like the little critters that are with, what's his name? The big, yeah, alphabet, thank you. Loving working on them. I love these little animals. I love critters. And yeah, I think that's what I have to show. Maybe, oh yeah, the Alicorn thing, yes. So when I was told she was gonna be, because the movie, they changed the ideas a lot of time. We had basically like 5-6 different scripts. And the last one, that was like the very, very last one, that it wasn't gonna change, was Sunny becoming an Alicorn. And they told me, hey, so Sunny is gonna be an Alicorn. And I was like, you guys are sure about that? Because I know the fandom. I remember 2013. I was here. But I had no saying on that. They were like, yeah, it's gonna be cool. And I was like, okay. And I mean, in the end, I really like what they did. At first, I was looking for like Twilight, like as in Sunny always having her wings and horn. But they were like, no, it's gonna be like magical. I was like, oh, that's cool. I like the idea. So I was looking for variations of magical stuff on her horn and wings. And yeah, they liked it. And I like this idea. One of my colleagues, his name is Francesco, did a painting of Sunny as an Alicorn, and it was such an amazing painting that it was picked as an idea, this gold magic on her. And so I came up with the rainbow in her hair. I didn't know it's gonna be still on the show. She would have rainbow hair even when she's not an Alicorn. So I was surprised that they kept it for the show and the the YouTube series, the 2D one. I personally prefer it as in gold, but I have no say. Sunny, some hats. Oh, Sunny has a filly as well. Yeah, Really cute Sunny. It was easy to design her as a filly. Wasn't a complicated job. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I've yapped a lot. I hope it was entertaining and you learned a lot of stuff. Now we will proceed to Q&A. If anyone has questions about what I said.
Unfortunately, we are a little bit limited on time.
Oh
We will
no.
only do like 3 or 4 questions.
Okay, I'm sorry guys. You can still come up to my table if you have more questions. I have a table downstairs on the very back where it's very warm.
Yeah. Okay. Can you show the Sprout character sheet again? There was one cutie mark. The snail with the sprouting leaf or whatever. Can you explain what?
This one?
What's this? Yeah. I think. Yeah. I can see it from here. See.
Oh.
Yeah. Can you explain? Can you explain a little bit about that?
Yeah.
Because this is a little weird. So.
Oh yeah. The cutie marks. Like I said, Sprout characters was hard to define. So the cutie marks for Sprout was also hard to define. So we came up with a lot of ideas, but we kept the Sprout name, as in the little plant. So we tried to do like A and G are supposed to be sprouts. Carrots, why did I did carrots? I don't remember. But the main idea would be like, it's kind of a goofy villainy character, and we were like looking for goofy style of cutie marks. I did some cutie mark designs, but one of my colleagues did more about this design, so she would be able to explain a bit more of the way of she did the cutie marks. But my reasoning behind it is to think of a sprout. I took the sprout, I took the cherry thing, and the thing is trying to be something and failing at it. Yeah, I hope it explains a little bit of your question. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I can. I can try to see what is on the folder just to see there is like no thing. Yeah. Can I turn off the live projector just so that I can see? Yep. Yeah. Hold on. How do you do that? How do you cut off the live projector? Can you cut it off just so that I see what is in the folder? What's the question? I just don't want to see the screen on this behind me. Ah, okay, thank you. Okay, in the meantime, I see. Who wants to see the memes? Someone? Ah, okay. No, hold on. It's. I hope there is no sensitive stuff, like adultery stuff, because we were like doing a lot of adult jokes. Oh, okay, no, it's good. Okay, you can show. It's basically just. It's production stuff, like funny stuff we found in the first animations. The Itchy and Scratchy show. This one, I really like it. I can't. Oh yes, I can. Woo! Yeah, let's go. I just found the faces very funny when you pose them, especially this one. She's seen things. Yeah, this one is funny as well. Oh. What's going on, Sunny? Sunny, no. Oh, sensitive. No. Okay, that's the memes. No, I'm sorry, it's no big things, but I thought I had more, but maybe on my personal computer. But this one is amazing. Everything is fine. .jpeg. Okay, is there anyone else who has questions? Yeah. No, the microphone. Yeah, scream. Yes, Celia was mostly working freelancing from her home in Germany. She's actually German. And sometimes she would come to Ireland and work with us for like 1 week. Yes, I did meet her. I met her on my first week on the job, and I was amazed because she draws traditionally. And she did all of her concepts on paper. And it was amazing to see that live. Like, she would draw these big cardboards of papers of ponies, but very detailed characters, very detailed work. And in traditional, and I suck in traditional art. I'm very bad at traditional art. But it was very inspiring to work with her. She's a very amazing person. We had a good love together. She was very interested in the fandom. She was in Galacon twice. She really liked working on a project that would be seen by many people that loves this license. So she knew she was working on something very important. And yeah, she was a very inspiring colleague to work with. And I think it was my best work buddy. Honestly, we completed each other, so that was very nice to work with her with that. Another question. You have 10 minutes left. Maybe we will have more time for other questions. Yeah.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Okay. So
let's go.
This is a question about as an artist.
Yeah.
Since you started drawing ponies, sorry, have you ever had that feeling that when you start drawing, said the work may not look perfect or complete? You know, it's like, oh, I don't think it looks good. The head is too little and something like this. Have you ever had that before?
Oh yeah, I still have it. Many times I have a lot of sketches I don't show because I'm not proud of it, because I don't think it looks good enough. I think it's part of a journey of being an artist. It's okay to do mistakes. And when you draw, you have to learn that you're gonna make mistakes in the way you're drawing. You will. So at the moment, I work as a storyboard artist, so I'm doing something a bit different, but still in the field. And we have a lot of talk with my chief, my storyboard chief lead. And we always say that you never stop learning when you draw. You never stop learning. And it's okay if sometimes you get wrong in the perspective or sometimes you get wrong in the proportions. As long as you are having fun doing it and you are willing to work on the things you think are not good. It's part of a process, of a learning process. And it's good to never give up, even if you think your art is bad. I mean, there's gonna always be someone who will like it. Like, my art was very bad when I was very young, as in the fandom. And I had a lot of people who liked it, even if it was cringy. I used to do grimdark. I was very cringy. But people still liked it, even if my art was wonky and the ponies weren't looking very great. And it's good, because there's gonna always be someone who likes your art.
Imalou, this will be the last question.
Okay.
So I was wondering, with you showed the various stages of the different character designs and how it ended up looking in the movie, obviously.
Yeah.
Was there ever anything with one of your designs where you were personally a very big fan of it, but it ended up being scrapped by either the art director or Hasbro, but you still feel like it would have been better?
Yeah. I'm thinking. For Sunny, for example, the hairstyle, I mean, at first, I didn't really like that they kept, sorry, I'm gonna search for it. So I never had any saying from Hasbro. The only thing Hasbro, that I could tell, the only thing Hasbro told me to not do is that at some point I did a character where you can see a little bit more of butt. And they told me to change that so that it doesn't look too adult. That's the only note I got that would be like, I mean, it's a detail. I was like, okay, sure. But they mostly liked the ideas I came up with. But Hasbro was in the very end of the pipeline. It's mostly my art directors who gave the directions. Myself, I really liked, where is she? Sunny. I really liked her like this. I'm still not over this design. I really, really, really like this long and crazy hair. And I wish they kept it. They kind of kept the idea, but I would have loved to seen it more this way with a ponytail. I really like the ponytail idea. I'm happy with what they choose in the end. The only thing I could say is that like I said, for Alicorn Sunny and Sunny in general, after the movie, I don't really like that they kept the rainbow in her hair. And that's one thing I would have preferred to be changed. I really loved that she had, hold on. I really loved the gold more on her hair than the rainbow one, but they preferred rainbow. So that's the only thing I wished for it to be changed. But what can I say? I have no say on it anymore. So yeah, we don't have time for another question, you sure? Because it's 25. Okay. Well, thank you, everyone. I'll leave you with this. Hello. Thank you. And if you have more questions, you can come to my table downstairs. I sell some stuff, and we can talk before the end. And I hope I donated artwork for the charity auction. So yeah, I hope the charity auction will go well. And thank you so much. Have a good convention, and see you.